have the opportunity to go and push a tower or split across the map and, TP to try and defend our towers on other sides, try and clear out some waves, get some farm going. And that's when OG realized, one little bit of information, one observer ward, one TP that they scout out somewhere, and they're like, right, all of a sudden we have numbers advantage again. We can go back in and find these additional kind of straggler pickoffs. As draft now underway, Pangolier, the first ban, as Void Spirit removed out by Fly to Moon, which we saw mid one play exceptionally well.
Also, they have Magnus players in their team. They have Seb. Mid one also played a boss Magnus yesterday, so this is the hero to look out for. And Iceberg, he left his pub game. Like, I was, just eating some cookies, getting ready for the game. And, Iceberg, he's playing pub, and he had to leave. Didn't have enough time to finish it. Or give the enemy team enough time to finish it.
Yeah, then he joins the lobby. Then we were waiting for OG to join anyway, so the mind games had already begun, forcing Iceberg to leave his pub. Enchantress, Nature's Prophet, getting rid of some of those kind of pushing heroes, or the heroes able to transition from a team fight into towers, as OG do love that group up very early on. Batrider and Lycan being taken out, though. I guess Batrider, one of the general specials, he's looked pretty good on that hero.
Whoa, they're afraid of always when a flies undying. I mean, you can joke around, but he had some really nice performance. Earthshaker it is, I believe. Yes, here we go. It's just a comfort pick, man. Soxa, I think he completely understands what this hero does, like what you need to do early on with the Fishers. So it seems like this is going to be the lane. Phoenix Clockwork, and they already know. Like
so fast. So very fast. I was thinking maybe Rubik for Flight to Moon. It's not banned out. It's something that they are, pretty well versed in picking up that Rubik. But Clockwork Phoenix going to be their opener.
Usually they play Clockwork as position 3, so it could be a thing. They could swap things around. I've seen some position 5 Clockworks, but looks like it. Like Earthshaker does not like to play into Clockwork. Has no escape mechanism, just a rocket, can scout him out, cancel his blink dagger, hook shot. He's going to be the primary target. Marana, like you want to take another support who can get out of the cogs, so you're not threatened by the Clockwork. And also there's attack speed against the Phoenix set, which is pretty good. It could be Seb's Marana, I believe, but they also might shift things around. It could be position 5. It could be mid. You never know with OG. Last time they played it, it was Seb on the off lane.
You never quite know. And then, able to kind of snipe out those catapults as well with that arrow. Able to slow down the pushes that can come in. So, Phoenix Clockwork, the cogs with the Supernova, lots of little things in the team fight to really worry about and focus down. And yes, you've got attack speed from Marana for sure. But team fights are going to be pretty chaotic, it feels like. And I guess Supernova also pretty good against Earthshaker, right? You mentioned the Rocket Flare being able to scout and cancel Blink Dagger. Supernova and all the AoE kind of spill damage from Phoenix does a pretty good job at that, stopping the Earthshaker counter initiation once he does have that Blink.
If you look at OG's bans throughout the last few days, like they tend to ban these heroes that can play extremely fast and mess up with their timings. They don't want to get snowballed.
Or they pick them themselves, right?
Yeah.
We've seen them grab that Beastmaster for Seb quite often. Looked very good on it. So FTM now into that third pick for them. As we do still have heroes, like Grimstroke in the pool. This Clockwork, like you're saying, is usually in the hands of General, could shift into the 4. We've got the Phoenix kind of 4 or 5. But if it feels like they need... Oh, wow, a very early Queen of Pain pick.
Well, Queen of Pain was exclusively 9th, 10th pick hero. But now, like we see it picked more often in the second picking phase, the hero is that good.
Yeah, we've seen Alliance a couple of times, like first phase, the Queen of Pain for Limp, just like, here you go, Queen of Pain, especially when you've got that Phoenix on your team, right? Having that pushback on the Sonic Wave as another way to keep the egg alive. Always very handy. I wonder if they've maybe, toyed or practiced with the idea of having Queen of Pain as like a 3. If this is, Clockwork 4, Phoenix 5, put General on the Queen of Pain, you do technically have some flexibility with a Quap. You said we've seen some, position 4 Queen of Pain as well, right?
Yeah, we did. We also saw Tinker position 4 by Yapsor yesterday.
Oh man, it's been a long time since I've seen that. Well, we had we had Ducky back in the old days.
Yeah, I was about to say it. Misery and Ducky. Most of the people probably don't remember this, but it was a long, long time ago. I don't remember if it was Dota 1 or start at Dota 2, but they tried to play it. They played Broodmother, Tinker lane. Tinker was supporting Broodmother.
Exactly. Broodmother, Tinker. Leshrac coming out for OG, so potential mid laner, but also could be in the hands of Sumail. We saw that safe lane Lesh start to run around from a very, very early point in the game. A lot of magic damage there, but, susceptible to maybe a Clockwork Blade Mail who can catch that Leshrac, isolate him, and turn that damage back against him. And that gives you a great hero now to be able to turn these team fights, Fissure into Arrow, Split Earth, you've got tons of stuns, lots of magic damage, and then the Edict to actually be able to take down towers. There is the Rubik, finally comes out, so does slot Clockwork into the 3, 5 Phoenix, and 4 Rubik. So we're looking for our V-Tune hero as the last pickup. I'm kind of feeling the Wraith King, his classic Wraith King.
Well, they're preparing already, Mana Burn, Naga Siren, Leshrac. That's a pretty good setup. Like just the Earthshaker. I mean, you have some nice spells to steal this game. Either you steal anything from Leshrac, Arrow, Fissure, Song after, you need to be careful.
So Song going to be able to reset team fights if someone gets hook-shotted, cogsed up, Supernova comes down, you can Song, get people out of the trap, reset the fight, maybe take down the egg if you're able to do that as well. I mean, this... we used to see that support Naga Siren. Nowadays, it really has just been position 1. But I expect OG are definitely capable of kind of putting this Naga in the support role.
I think they picked it here to, kill some creeps. But it's definitely, position 4 Naga was very popular when Faceless Void was imbalanced. I don't remember how long that was ago, 3 maybe years, 4, when Naga Siren, you just, use a song, and that's it. Chronosphere gone.
I remember TI4 and TI5, the crowd would always boo when Naga Siren was picked up. It used to be a crowd favorite to really hate that Naga Siren. Final set of mans now. FTM. Literally no idea. What are we looking for? Chen getting removed, so they're expecting the 1 Naga, Lesh 2, Naga Siren 1, Lesh in that mid role.
Flyderman has no tower damage whatsoever. You need a hero that matches well against Naga Siren's farm. You can't play this fast. You have a lot of kill potential, but you can't take the towers. You come close, Earthshaker's gonna Fissure, Mirana's gonna arrow the catapult. You don't deal well with the illusions. You don't have the tools to deal with it.
Where's Dragon Knight in this draft, honestly?
I was thinking about it, but then you're heavily committed.
For an early tempo lineup, right?
Yes.
Then you're on a timer with that snowball. You don't want to be scaling against Mirana, Lesh, Naga as a tricore. They can scale pretty damn well. So
it could still be a position 5 Leshrac. Everything's opened up for OG.
For sure. We could still see a Luna come out for either of these teams as well. And obviously gives them a fair amount of push with that Helm of the Dominator build. They do ban the Wraith King in the end. Final pick from OG, Disruptor.
The combo. They were waiting for it. So Earthshaker 4, Mirana as your offlaner, Leshrac mid, and Naga Siren Disruptor on the safe lane. So what do they need? They need a hero that deals well with Naga Siren, anything that builds into illusions. You can't pick Phantom Lancer against Leshrac. You can't pick Slark. maybe Troll. Maybe that's the hero to go for.
Even picking like a Terrorblade or something looks pretty bad here as well. Like all the options have kind of been preemptively counteracted by OG. It's a very difficult choice. You think the Troll? Looks like we're going to get a Life Stealer for Flight to Moon. At least he's going to be able to deal with some of this magic damage that OG bring.
There's
Infest Bomb with Queen of Pain.
Yeah, they have nothing that goes through Rage, not a single spell. But they can deal with the rest. I just don't feel like Life Stealer is that good, but that's going to give them, some tower damage. Unless he decides to go for like Radiance build, which I don't think it's the play here. Like you want to come online as fast as possible, get that Armlet, Deso, Heaven's Halberd build. It's very effective. It also opens up the Roche.
Maybe you think about like a Maelstrom or something. Try and slot that in there against Naga Illusions, but I guess Queen of Pain and Rubik can handle them on their own. So OG with the Naga Disruptor, and like they've got so much setup, right? They've got Ensnare and Fissure into Arrow, Song, Static Storm, Arrow, Split Earth from mid-one's Leshrac can come out onto any of these setup stuns. Their team fight is pretty damn massive, and they've got good lanes, as OG's draft looking pretty spot on. Flight to Moon, they've got a decent amount of team fight themselves, but it's going to be very reliant on General and Always Want to Fly, having good initiations with Hookshot, Supernova, setting up around choke points, and then of course Aloha Dance with the steals. He's got a lot of spells that he can actually turn around into the face of OG. Not to mention that Queen of Pain for Iceberg with no relics. Level 15 Queen of Pain, no relics unlocked. What's going on there?
Someone donate, please.
Please. And Saxa, level 9 Earthshaker, no relics. Guys, get these guys Dota Plus. Get them some relics so they can track everything up. OG out onto the map. Sumail, Nagasara on top. Mid one on the Leshrac. Of course, heading into mid with a Saxa Earthshaker, a Seb Marana, and No-Tail picking up that Disruptor. Sage's Mask as his first item at level 1. You're a big fan of that.
Best item in the game. 1 mana per region. That's 60 per minute. 120 per 2 minutes. Pretty insane. And that's the extra. Like you also have a natural mana regeneration.
Allowing to get some more Thunder Strikes out. FTM on the other side. Always Want to Fly Phoenix with Iceberg, Queen of Pain, and General Clockwork. They're all sitting mid. Watching mid one as he dances around the Disco Pony. Oh, Fissure into Arrow doesn't connect. They do get the Fissure down and a Thunder Strike to follow. Always Want to Fly. Trying to cut through the trees. Actually, a little misclick there, it feels like, and First Blood spilled. He got caught up in the tree line, couldn't cut through straight away.
You don't even need the arrow. He got the First Blood, bought a couple of Tangos, and the Healing Cell. Always Want to Fly. Before the Horn already managed to die once.
Well, that's his usual strategy, that's his tactic. So yeah, Seb starting off with Blades of Attack, trying to rush into Phase Boot's bottle. As Bounty Runes spawning up. Aloha Dance and General taking 2 of the western ones. And Seb should be able to grab both on that kind of dire side of the map. Saxa going to be blocking up the wave. They've got that Deep Observer Ward looking for Courier Snipes in the bottom lane. And they will see Always Want to Fly with V-Tune coming down here. The Phoenix and Lifestealer. Queen of Pain mid for Iceberg, and then top lane it is the Rubik Clockwork for Aloha Dance and General. Quite interesting. Usually, Rubik is very good at trading hits with the opposing support, but Thunderstrike does so much damage that Rubik can actually struggle here.
You can't just use Fate Bolt. If he uses Thunderstrike and keep hitting him, Thunderstrike is much, much stronger spell. Yeah, look at No-Tail already putting a ton of pressure on him.
Yeah, this is where the difficulties lie, especially with Naga Illusions chasing you down. So Sumail having a pretty good start that laning stage.
Saxa, where's the block? He's just going for the kill. Boost of speed. Yep. So they should know. Always Want to Fly has 1 sentry ward. This is the usual OG's ward. it's not closer to tier 1 tower, but closer to actually tier 2 tower, and it should get devoted. Always on a fly, in a bit of trouble. He always is. Always in trouble.
He really is. I didn't have the arrow, unfortunately, Seb already having used it. But again, Saxa with such good movement as mid one, dropping very low, has the salve to fall back on. And that Shadow Strike, it's going to tick him very low.
He needs to use Sal to actually not die there. Ooh, Medved is in trouble. He's sending the courier back. I think it would be much better if he died there. Now he's gonna die anyway, and already used the salve.
Yeah. Not an ideal situation. Iceberg getting that solo kill on the Leshrac. Very nice start for the Queen of Pain. And now Lesh, what's he got? He's got 500 gold. Yeah, he was trying to rush that bottle again. So he will be able to TP back to lane. Now he's full HP against Iceberg, who does need a little more CS to get his own bottle.
Too bad.
Slight advantage in the CS now, though. Aloha Dance. Once more, struggling to trade hits with no tail top. Can't really contest the pull.
Oh, No Tail knows. He's also gonna upgrade Sage's Mask. Ring of Bassi, 1.4 mana regeneration. That's almost 3 mana per second.
Oh, Fisher and the Starstorm, enough to bring down Always Wanna Fly bottom. He is giving his life to allow V-Tune to continue free farming here. You know, 16 on 1, having a pretty grand old time down south.
Another courier.
But Saxa, exactly, finding another courier kill. FTM, they've got to be so wary about this. No tail top. How long until Thunderstrike? 5 seconds. Doesn't have the mana for it though, and that's what Aloha Dance is playing around here. Knowing he does have that upper hand. 2 little couriers leaving the top lane as well. So mid one now with his bottle up. Queen of Pain also, but hers is empty. 20 seconds for those runes to come in, and look where No Tail's standing. He's already in position to collapse on that top rune to try and either give mid one the guaranteed refill or get a kill on the Queen of Pain, or both potentially. As Aloha
Yeah, why not make some stacks? Meanwhile, you know, while he's killing it, picking up the rune, getting the bottle refilled for mid one, and it's gonna spawn on the bottom lane. So mid one with the regeneration rune, that's gonna help him a lot.
Yeah, Saxa was down there waiting for it. And both rune spots guarded by OG supports. Queen of Pain, even though she can blink to get these runes, just unable to because of OG's movements. And now up against a regen on the Leshrac. He can't really chip away at his HP, and he's gonna always turn around and heal back up. Yeah, everyone farming pretty well in this game. Clockwork 21-7. Mirana 21-1, looking for that arrow. Always want to fly, sidesteps.
Queen of Pain is about to hit level 6, so she can make a rotation. Need to be careful about not diving the tower. Seb even bought the bottle for himself, so they have extra sustain. Arrow, Fisher connects.
And it does this time. They've got a dive here for Always Want to Fly. Not quite enough damage. Down to 60 HP and forces the salve. Still good pressure from OG though. Keeping FTM on their toes. Is that Phase Boots now done? Yeah, Mirana with Phase Boots up. Lifestealer with his own. Seb trying to get out of a sticky situation. Maybe he could have turned here to kill the Phoenix, because there is no dive. Fiery Spirit's causing a few little issues. But the 6-minute rune's coming up, and that's what Saxa's kind of angling towards. Try and defend the action rune there for the Leshrac. And for the first time, oh, Sonic Wave Scream! Iceberg just straight up annihilates the Leshrac, and I was going to say, like, no one has vision on any of these runes, but Haste Rune spotted by the Rubik will refill Crop's bottle, and now she can think about rotating. Without Sonic Wave, you still have level 2 Scream. Could find a pick-off here or there. Haste Rune is such a good little grab there to get from one side of the map to the other.
When you're playing Queen of Pain, you want to get either Arcane Rune or the Haste Rune early on, so that you can gank the sidelines. Like, you pop the Arcane Rune, TP, lower the cooldown on it, and you want to pop that Sonic Wave. Even though he died twice, mid one still has just 5 CS less than Queen of Pain. I mean, those denies don't really matter, you don't get the gold for it anymore.
Yeah, it's like a 600 net worth difference, though, at 6 minutes.
Yeah, but because you died, he's 1 level ahead or below Queen of Pain. Mirana now being on the mid lane.
Yeah, it looks like Leshrac back in the jungle to try and make some stacks for himself. And that's going to leave Earthshaker down bottom alone. Santa dragging waves back. Has his Tranquils. Will start working on the Blink Dagger now. The top lane has been defended pretty well by Notel so far. Sumail, level 6, as is General's Clockwork, with a TP ready. Definitely looking out for that first TP hookshot play.
So far, so good from Fly to Moon. Like, the lanes are going well for them.
Good telekinesis. Arrow is going to force him to change his path, and there comes the Thunderstrike from Notel. Aloha Dance kind of tanks the gank there, make sure that Queen of Pain doesn't get picked off by a stray arrow of Seb. It looks like Disruptor going to move back, stack some camps, while mid one needs that space to farm.
Did you notice that mid one almost like never upgrades his circlets? This game,
Yeah.
he's gonna buy 1 Nolly.
One null. Yeah, like with that Void Spirit game he had. Oh, Seb facing off against Iceberg, and a Sonic Wave takes down the Mirana. Iceberg just pops that Illusion Rune to get out of the Thunderstrike, but in comes mid one. Lift up, Aloha Dance buys the space for Iceberg, who's glimpsed back into the Fissure. Great play with a split Earth. OG, that's the setup we've been looking for. 3 heroes converging into Queen of Pain, and she's a big kill.
Yeah, how much gold did they get from it? 300 gold for mid one. Switching to network, like, yeah, mid one recovered. Somehow he always manages to recover.
Just off the back of that, like 1 kill. And it's like 260 experience. You know, half a level for all 3 of those heroes as well. Just off of that Queen of Pain kill. And in the meantime, Naga now farming jungle. This is what OG is so good at, mid one. Though he's going to get grabbed again. Telekinesis from Aloha Dance. The Pulse Nova clearing him up. With the Queen of Pain scream, they do get the trade back.
Suffer, fools.
I believe mid one is fine with that. There's no way he survives, so getting a return kill. I just want to check the timings. I've seen Sumail's Naga Siren. He did not pick up Diffusal Blade after Manta Style that one game. He went straight into Butterfly and into Basher. I want to see what the deal is going to be this game. He's playing against the Lifestealer, who's rushing for Radiance to have that miss chance and some extra damage against the Illusions.
And he is having a free game. 2,000 gold saved up on VTune. 4.3k net worth, and TPing top now as he sees Naga and Leshrac both coming down here. Always want to fly Phoenix, still level 4. Needs a little bit to try and get that Supernova up. Top runes are DD. Seb facing off against Iceberg. Does have 3 leaps and a couple of 1 charges. Sonic Wave's ready in a couple of seconds, but yeah, afraid of that Fissure coming in. Saxa was ready to fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
General lurking around near that mid lane. If he spots Seb here, could be a tasty kill, and he's gonna go for it and misses. Oh dear. Catch us if you can.
That was the first hookshot of the game. You know, I don't like certain heroes at certain positions, Gary. Like Clockwork as position 3. Yeah, sure, getting farm. You know, he's tanky, 1500 HP. But what do you get as your items? You're missing on the map. Okay, you're probably ganking. He needs to play with the Queen of Pain. Like, that's the hero that Clockwork plays. In this game, it's very hard to, you know, make a rotation with just a Rubik or position 5 Phoenix. Always want to fly, really struggling in this one. Same old story.
Moonlight Shadow mid with mid one just edicting down the tower. Deny not coming. Iceberg and Aloha Dance were looking to try for it. As General Thunderstruck, but no glimpse of No Tail. It does feel like, like you're saying, General and Iceberg have to play these assassins. Try and find a chain of kills somehow. Good vision so far from FTM. Radiant Obs Ward scouting out in that jungle. Saw the Nagasara and now spots out Seb. But OG have swung down south to find the Phoenix. Static Storm with Sumail's right clicks. Quite simple takedown there, but a hook shot in from General. This one lands. Sumail trying to get off the song. TP ready. And Iceberg unable to really do too much about that.
They only got position 5, but they made a rotation. The problem is Lifestealer is farming a bunch. Like, he has Sacred Relic 12 minutes in, which is pretty impressive.
Mid one hunting Aloha Dance, yeah, they're looking for it. Always Wanna Fly dives in. Sunray and...
Is he gonna kill Always Wanna Fly?
Oh my god, is he gonna... No way. If Always Wanna Fly dies there, just like the AoE Pulse Nova, that would have been amazing. And yet again, it's this mid one Lesh just diving in, chasing for kills. 12-minute Yule Scepter. So now they have even more setup. There's Earthshaker halfway to Blink. Mirana going Helm of the Dominator. Seems like Seb is a big fan of that item. Still waiting for Naga to build into Manta though. But this whole game, it feels like FTM, the onus is on them. They're the ones who have to move out onto the map, find pickoffs, put the pressure on. Get this Lifestealer to his Radiance, which is now 1,000 gold away. And they've left him alone top. There's no one here to react if Fitune does get jumped on. They're smoked up. Fisher Static Storm, so he can't rage. Try and chase him down as they snipe his courier. Also, he does get the Infest off into a range creep. V-Tune getting caught by mid one though. Lots of magic damage spilling back into the Lifestealer, and there it is. Radiance delayed.
Even though Arrow missed, they still managed to grab a kill. Like, Lifestealer is very hard to actually grab a kill on, but No Tail with once again a very nice Static Storm.
PM though finding mid one here potentially with a Supernova, damage over time from the Shadow Strike, and they also hookshot the Earthshaker, so Supernova lands. They protect the egg and a double kill for Iceberg. They lose their Lifestealer but immediately react, responding with 3 kills in a row of their own.
And that was a fight without Queen of Pain using her ulti. Level 1 egg, you need to be able to kill it. I'm not gonna say wasted, they used everything to get a kill on Lifestealer, which was a correct play. Iceberg with your Arcane Rune. Like, that should be a kill.
He's trying here. Sonic Wave, but a Yule's up from himself at Fisher into Enchant Saxa. Oh, he doesn't have Echo Slam. He's going to try and give chase here, but doesn't get that Aftershock stun. And Iceberg, this Arcane Rune is causing so many issues for him. Salve up again, Queen of Pain back to pretty much full HP, jumping aggressively onto mid one. Dive from Always Wanna Fly, and General hook shot in 5 seconds. TP from Seb, Mirana coming into play, Saxa with another great fish here. Mid one trying to get the split up. Yule's up, he's baited it. Now they catch the Queen of Pain, but she's still going to be able to take out mid one with help of Always Wanna Fly. My god, mid one's still alive! Fade Bolt does clear him up. Seb gets arrowed by the Rubik. In comes No Tail, and it is a massive brawl in this bottom lane, somehow around a tier 1 with no creep wave. Everyone diving in, looking for additional kills. And Clockwork dragged back into the Static Storm. A stun from the arrow comes through at the last second to cancel that TP.
Oh man, Queen of Pain with Arcane Rune, that's probably my favorite thing to have when either I'm playing it or when she's on my team. But if you see it like on the enemies, you're like, man, we can't really fight into this. Iceberg did such a good job. Also, he had the Trusty Shovel, so he digged up a couple of healing cells, blinked into a secret shop, swapped it in immediately, used it to heal up, and he almost survived there.
Yeah, he really did. But like looking at the post-fight recap, it's actually favored XP and gold-wise to OG. Queen of Pain dying there definitely stopped her snowball. Yes, they got the kill on the Naga Siren, but Sumail now has Manta done, so it wasn't that much damage actually dealt to his timing. I guess the main thing then for FTM is that they got the Radiance on Lifestealer. That has to have been their plan for that aggressive dive, in which it was, quite even. OG slightly favored and immediately smoking up with that Lifestealer Radiance. Send some illusions top and blink in. Iceberg jumping mid one. They get a good Fissure and Kinetic Field, but V-Tune focusing Saxa rips the Earthshaker limb from limb as the Leshrac, deep in between 5 Radiant heroes, also slain.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lifestealer with the Radiance timing against Naga Siren with Manta Style. Like, she does not want to fight. When you get the Manta Style, it means, okay, we just want to, you know, hit some extra creeps until I get the next item. But Lifestealer is ready right here, right now.
And they've caught Sumail. Arrow not going to connect with the hero, and Sumail just going to Song and TP, as Seb has found a pick-off in the back lines, taking down Always Wanna Fly. Now telekinesis up into the Queen of Pain's damage. General looking for the hookshot, lining it up. Who's he going to go for? No Tail, Seb, do you need to hookshot Seb here? He's waiting for the leap so he can maybe jump with the arrow.
Nice
Perfect.
arrow.
Iceberg now able to jump in, blink aggressively, but No Tail's ready with the Static Storm and Sumail with mid one. The damage spilling out. Queen of Pain self-fuels with a wand and a blink, gets out of danger. Turns with a Sonic Wave. Mid one being cleared up, has to self-fuels, but he's only got 84 HP. One hit from a low hand.
Hookshot connects with Sumail.
And General catches Sumail, takes down the Naga Siren, and OG bleeding out. The aggression from FTM coming into play so swiftly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Radiance on the Lifestealer. Like, you want to take a fight. Stolen Arrow connects 2 times. There was no song. Like, the items on OG is... They don't have it at the moment. Earthshaker's still 400 gold away from finishing his Blink Dagger. I don't think you can afford to get Boots of Travel on Leshrac at the moment. You need another defensive item. Like, you might need to grab a BKB to tank things up.
Yeah, it's starting to feel that way. Especially against this General Clockwork with Blade Mail. He is just hookshotting in. You know, mentioned it in the draft. General Clockwork very good at picking out these targets, and if he gets on top of the Leshrac, there really is no way to stand and fight, as No Tail walks up high ground. V-Tune says thank you very much, I'll take this one. General actually sniped it with a rocket flare there, but they've also got the ensnare and the hookshot onto 3 with a supernova in the cogs they go.
3-man cogs.
OG trapped inside with a teamfight combo for FTM, beautifully executed. Seb does manage to leap out of danger, but my goodness, OG losing hero after hero, as this aggression from FTM just never stops. They always have 4 or 5 heroes in the vicinity ready to fight OG at any given moment.
General with his Clockwork, 3-man cogs, that's one way to protect the egg. And they're not stopping, like, they're not giving OG time to recover. Alright, Always Wanna Fly is gonna die, doesn't matter that much. Static Storm is ready, this is a big kill.
It sure is, and there it is. Static Storm him up. V-Tune trapped inside. Saxa chain stunning the Lifestealer. A huge kill and a huge Echo Slam is going to bring him very low, but he's not dead just yet. V-Tune has a rage. He's going to walk it off. No way is he allowed to live here.
No leaps. He's just too speedy. Phase boots. Let's check Leshrac. 390, 443 on Lifestealer. Queen of Pain without mana. Whew, man, I can't believe he'll live there.
Just a few more clicks is all it would have taken. V-Tune somehow scrapes away with his life. Halberd now almost complete for him. If there was ever a turning point in this game, it was right there. Lifestealer surviving such a massive morale booster now for FTM. All of their teamfight ultis back up again. Supernova in 20 seconds is not too long as they catch Seb. Telekinesis with a stolen split earth. They've got a hookshot to take down the Marana. She's got one leap, gets a little bit of distance. Oh my god, no!
Rocket.
They don't get the kill. Rocket flare. Absolutely right, Lacoste. You called it. General snipes it.
When you steal Split Earth, it's so easy to set things up. Almost no cast animation on it. Like we talked about Rubik, it's such a good Rubik game. There's a lot of good spells to steal, like Static Storm, Glimpse. Pretty much whatever you steal is great this game.
Smoke into smoke, No Tail, and left all alone. And the jump from Queen of Pain, going to pop BKB, Iceberg. Aggressive onto mid one now, the song from Sumail. Sonic Wave dodged by the Yule Scepter there. Iceberg still for the BKB, trying to give chase. Oh, he's very low on HP, but the rest of FTM joining in from the left-hand side, and Sumail now with no real way of escaping, trying to cut through trees. Dodge his way out of here, and it looks like he's alright. They're not going to commit for it.
Still 8k gold lead. Like, at least OG stabilized a bit. They're getting the farm. The net worth is not increasing. Oh, Iceberg. After missing that ulti, like, I just want to lower the cooldown on it, going for Aghanim Scepter, which I think is a correct play here. Already has a defensive item, enough mana sustain with the Yule Scepter and the bottle. It's such a tough Earthshaker game. You're playing against Clockwork, Lifestealer with the Radiance. You need to be careful about Supernova. You get close, Supernova might cancel your Blink Dagger.
So many things like Stolen Fissure, the ability for like Rubik if he spots the Earthshaker, like pre-casting Telekinesis. Stolen Arrow now from Aloha Dance, also a massive threat. OG 8k down, 9 kill deficit as well. Naga Siren getting spotted out, and a hookshot from General, catching Sumail, very quickly dispatching with the Naga Siren. This could be an opening for Roshan. They're going to telekinesis up the Mirana middle, still has a couple of leaps here. And Yule Scepter up and another arrow, there we go, chain stunned into oblivion and a double kill for Iceberg.
It's OG, you know, but I still don't think they can make a comeback play. Yes, you have Disruptor, Naga Siren combo, but everyone is so tanky at the moment. And straight into Roche Pit, that's also Disruptor. Like, he does not have any kind of farm to farm that Aghanim Scepter. Usually we see that, like, give him farm priority. If he gets Philosopher's Stone somehow, then it's a turning point. But Naga Siren, like, you don't really feel the influence of the hero at the moment. 0, 4, and 1. Still needs a recipe to finish off the Fusel Blade. And once she gets that, like, I don't think they care too much. There's a ton of AoE to actually clear it. Rocket, Scream of Pain, Fate Bolt, you name it.
The timing of this pause, exactly as Roshan died. Roshan is in his death throes, falling to the ground as Aegis does get grabbed up there by the Lifestealer. Now incredibly strong, almost 2000 HP with Halberd, Radiance, ton of mischance. Mid One and Saxa are lurking bottom. Mirana's also TPing down here. Let's see if they can actually set something up. Seems like they're going to give up on the chase for a little bit.
It's almost full Ags and Queen of Pain with level 3 Sonic Wave. 600 pure AoE damage with the pushback. Also, Phoenix
really
is
is
level 13, which means level 2 Supernova. You know, things are serious when Seb, as offlane Mirana, buys Bracer as his 5th item.
But did Rubik just snipe that Helm Creep? Yeah, arrow from like max range. Snipes his Helm Creep. But yeah, Bracer on Mirana now going into BKB after the Helm of the Dominator. Item progression has stalled pretty significantly for that Mirana. Looks like Leshrac not going to go BKB Lacoste. Still went in for the boost of travel, finished off Kaya. Bloodstone queued up.
Bloodstone is an option.
A little Rubik there. Saxa with the Echo Slam, so expending a teamfight ulti for a pickoff on Aloha Dance. This really feels like they need to get more out of it. A hook shot off the mark from General. Iceberg still looking to scout any heroes out. Saxa's TP'd away, but Sumail still kind of stuck here. Pops his illusions. Queen of Pain coming in. Song. Animation cancelled because Iceberg is BKB'd up. And he's going to throw the Sonic Wave here to finish off Sumail.
That was such a great play from Iceberg. He understands that there is Song, so he instantly pops a BKB. Gets the kill on Sumail. I mean, OG can still farm up with the boost of travel on Leshrac, got the waves, maybe they get the kill on one hero. You can see how aggressive Sumail is playing. They're grabbing the kills, he's cutting the waves, trying to buy some time so that Fly the Moon doesn't knock on their tier 2, tier 3 towers.
Yeah, trying to keep them on that opposite side of the map. As Aegis, 2.5 minutes on it. Saxa found by both FTM supports though. Dragged into the claws of V-Tune. Very happily takes up his mega kill streak. Finishes picks up a Basher with the money as well. As top lane, Static Storm did come out, but the Yules cancels the TP of Leshrac. And Iceberg yet again helping out his team by aggressively playing with General. Finding a core kill once more. Iceberg.
Very interesting talent choice. Level 20, not going for AoE Shadow Strike, instead goes for Spell Lifesteal. Once again, he's on top of Sumail.
And that arrow connecting with the BKB of Queen of Pain, Iceberg just blinks aggressively forward. Sumail dropping. They're trying to chase down Seb. The Earthshaker cancels his TP, so Saxon not getting involved. One leap, 15-1 charges, attempt the TP, but they've got the Yule Scepter to cancel it out. And Iceberg's ready here with Aloha Dance to chain stun down the Mirana. And another great successful chaining of kills as FTM find them every pickoff they need. VTune still pushing bottom lane, and they've got all the time in the world.
So this is why Iceberg left his pub game, so he can go godlike against OG. Well, can't really blame him. He's having such a great game. 16-2-5 at the moment, going for Shiva's Guard. I'm wondering why he decided to go for Spell Lifesteal. Like, no, I've never seen anyone pick that talent lately. Maybe against the Naga illusions, you use it on multiple targets, so you get some of the HP portion back from using Scream of Pain, but it feels like it's much better to have AoE Shadow Strike. Like Naga Siren uses Mirror Image, you just slow down all the illusions.
Yeah, definitely an interesting choice. It must be tied in with his Aghanims purchase, right? Like he buys the Ags and then he goes for the 25% lifesteal talent. It feels like they kind of go hand in hand in Iceberg's mind. Line drawn by FTM saying, right, close the net around the little OG fishies. Try and trap them in their base. Someone needs to go and cut bottom wave. Yeah, look at that. Pings come out from Aloha Dance saying, we missed it, guys. We didn't cut the wave. So Leshrac's going to get a good shove onto the bottom tier 2. And it doesn't look like FTM want to commit for the high ground because Aegis expiring in 10 seconds. Definitely something OG keeping their eyes on and they know the timing of. So falling back to the staircases to hold that high ground. Rubik mirror image. Little illusions. Wandering around. They can potentially scout things out. This Iceberg is invisible here. Oh, Sumail. Gets his Manta off. Shadow Strike connecting with an illusion. Nice arrow onto the Queen of Pain. But OG not in a position to take a fight there.
Look at the neutral items, Gary. Lifestealer, Paladin Sword. More healing, more lifesteal, more amplifying healing and the lifesteal on top of Heaven's Halberd.
He's going to be so difficult to kill. Amplifying that feast. OG do still have that ace up their sleeve though. Song into Static Storm with Blink Echo. Team fight to defend their base is very potent, and that's what FTM are scared of right now. So they're not going up high ground, they're just keeping these waves on the doorstep of OG.
Sumail just
someone
killed.
has to deal with bottom though.
Yeah, 2 creep waves, one on the mid, one on the bottom lane.
And Mirana also farming down south. Very close to finishing off her BKB. As FTM grab up the outpost. And even more neutral items popping up. As OG smoke in towards top lane. Iceberg is alone here. Goes back for the neutral item and that could be a problem. Their kinetic field Fisher don't land. The blink away from the Queen of Pain. Perfect. As TP from General coming to the outpost, he completes it and he wants to stick around and fight here because he's got VTune arriving. Hookshot connecting with mid one, trapped now inside the cogs, limps back from No Tail with the self-fuels. Leshrac tries to get out of the cogs. Queen of Pain can still give chase though. Aggressive blink yet again with a Shadow Strike as VTune has shredded No Tail, who tried to give his life to save mid one, but it looks like he's going to die regardless. The gun-like Queen of Pain easily takes him down. And VTune's gonna die Fountain. VTune's back behind tier 3.
Control your players, Iceberg.
Don't
Dive the Fountain right now. Like, you can just take it very slow. Another Sonic Wave will be ready in 15 seconds.
And they've used up Saxa. No blink Echo Slam for you. Rage through the fissure, and the arrow does connect onto Iceberg. But OG with 3 heroes down, Naga Siren still pushing bottom lane. They don't have an answer to this FTM push.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
It's a free set of Raxes. Yep, they can't defend it. Sumail deeping back. They have a setup, but it's a static storm without Aghanim Scepter. It's not gonna do that much.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Now, tier 3 mid very low as well. As a heart finished off for Sumail.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Quickening Charm. Give that to Queen of Pain. Like, she's going all in on the cooldown reduction. It's such a strong build. Like, you get Octarine next item. This is what you get on Co-op. Doesn't have anything queued up, but you have cooldown reduction talent on 15, you have a neutral item, then you get one more, and she's very close to being level 25. In the next 5 minutes, she's gonna get it. That's the strongest talent in the game.
Definitely feels that way. Some of the strongest neutral items here that FTM could have dreamed for. Philosopher's Stone for Phoenix. They've got Telescope after the Keen Optic on Rubik, so he gets his straight upgrade. Quickening Charm Co-op you mentioned. Paladin Sword on Lifestealer. Clockwork is still holding onto the Clumsy Net, opting to not take up, the Vambrace, for example. So it seems like he wants that additional bit of lockdown to try and catch them out. As the Moonlight Shadow, but the jump in immediately from FTM, finding the Naga Siren, and Sumail has been obliterated. FTM so quick off their mark, they see a target, they take him down, and 60 seconds without your Sumail Naga now.
It's time to go Roche. Roche will respawn in a second. Fly the Moon. Maybe they just wanna try to poke, see if Sumail has buyback. He just heavily committed getting that heart. They don't know if he has it or not. It's very hard to judge how much gold Naga Siren can farm. Gem on General. I already used that one, but we can call him Gemeral right now. I still find it funny. Iceberg gets another one.
Saxa does have buyback. Echo Slam still level 1 though. And 5 heroes from FTM up onto this tier 3. Very swiftly destroying the structures of OG. Static Storm does catch out the Lifestealer, but he bashes mid one, and Lashrak's dead for a minute. The arrow's there. The Echo Slam does very little. V-Tune just stands his ground and battles through everything OG has. Down goes No Tail to Iceberg's Queen of Pain. One more scream will do the trick, and General, he's got the Lifestealer invested inside of him. Arrow there for the Blade Mail to try and turn back some of this damage. What's the Lifestealer like? Yeah, full HP. He's going to pop out. Arrow. Ooh, sidestep. But no!
Mirana
catches Seb. Sumail opens up his teammate to getting taken down as V-Tune rages, and GG's called. The first loss here for OG in the group stage up against FTM. Surprise!
I've been really impressed by the V-Tune, the way he plays. Maybe not that game on Phantom Lancer where he missed bought the items, but just in general, they look very solid as a team, and he looks like the perfect fit. Also, Iceberg. It seems like he really stepped it up in the last few months, where he's just controlling the team. They're not doing any CIS Dota full divide. I mean, they still have it. We could see, like, it's OG. You want to try and be as dominant as possible. But Fly the Moon, they're looking very hot right now.
Yeah, like Flight to Moon, they really grabbed that game